for part B of the Unit 2 Day 6 notes. We're going to continue with geometric proofs. So here, before we even start the proof, we know that to solve this plus this equals 180, because this is supplementary. It's on a straight line, which is a straight angle, which again is 180 degrees. Okay, so it tells us over here that angle AOM and angle MOC are supplementary. And so I'm going to go ahead and fill that in because that's the given. Okay. And then if we know that these two angles are supplementary, we know by their definition of supplementary angles that those two angles equal 180 degrees if you add them together. Okay, so they just defined supplementary and then showed it geometrically here by showing the angle plus the angle equals 180. Okay, now it says here I'm going to use substitution method. So I'm going to do exactly that. I know that angle AOM is 2x plus 30. So instead of having this, I'm going to replace it with 2x plus 30 plus angle MOC is just x equals 180. So yes, that was substitution. I plugged it in. And then I combine like terms to get to 3x. So CLT for combine like terms, or you could write simplify okay. Then we would know at number 4, to go to number 5, you need to subtract 30 to both sides, so that's the subtraction property. And if I subtract 30, I get 150. And then to do the last step, I divide both sides by 3, and 150 divided by 3 is 50. And that would be the division property. So for letter C, and in this case, it says that angle 1 and angle 3 are congruent or equal to each other. And that our goal is to prove that AEC is equal to DEB. So they want this is congruent to this. Okay, so these two angles are congruent to this angle. Okay, so first let's write down the given. The measure of angle 1 equals the measure of angle 3. That's given. Also, if we just look at this picture, we know that angle 2 is reflexive to itself. And this is where we use those properties we talked about the last class, and then we reviewed in the first part of the notes. Reflexive. Okay, so if you look here, the angle 2's, they just came right here. But we added angle 1 to both of them, because the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2 equals the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. That's the addition property. Now, we know that the measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2, this plus this, equals AEC. And we know that angle 3 and angle 2, these two, equal DEB. Okay. Now, we also need to know, like, what are we doing right now? Like, what is this called? Well, this is called the angle addition postulate. And we did that in Unit 1, where we would say angle 1 plus angle 2 equals both of those angles added together. So like the whole angle AEC. Okay. Now, if we go from here to here, we're saying that this right here replaced that measure of angle 1 plus the measure of angle 2. So the measure of angle AEC. And that the measure of angle DEB, it replaces this angle 3 and angle 2. right? Like this is substituted in for this is substituted in for this. So we are then going to say the measure of angle DEB. And that's substitution property. Because we're replacing this statement with this and this statement with this. Okay. Okay. Let's do the other one real quick. So on the back, we have one more example. This one, we start out with the given. So the segment NM plus segment MO equals NO. That's given. So we see NM plus MO equals NO. And I asked right here, like, what postulate is this? Like, what is this that we've talked about in the past? Well, this is the segment addition postulate. Okay. Okay, so now normally you don't write anything the given, but I just want you to recognize what they are doing here. They're taking the piece plus the piece equaling the whole segment. So in order to actually solve x equals 5, we need to plug in our expressions here from over here. So NM is 2x. MO is 3x minus 9. And NO is 4x minus 4. So we did substitution. Okay. Then we need to combine like terms, or you can say simplify. So 2x plus 3x is 5x minus 9 equals 4x minus 4. Then I would subtract 4 and get x. So subtraction property. Then I would add 9 to both sides, and that would give me 5. Okay, so in this case, we didn't need the last row, which is okay. So that is it for the notes.